Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And today I want to talk to you about how to properly install your shower valve cartridge. And this is valid for any cartridge that's on this planet. And that's a very common mistake that plumbers make because they don't really think about what's happening with the shower valves and why the cartridge has gone bad. So we are changing. I'm changing this valve. It's on a Fister Avante, so it's a very specific cartridge, and that's the old one that I took out already. I'm gonna throw it away, obviously, but this is the new one that I already greased up a little bit. It's a very simple valve to replace, just the handle with an Allen wrench or Allen bolts all the way down there that you unwind and then you take out. Then it's this second piece that's holding the actual trim piece, and then the valve will come out. This metal piece had to be transferred from the old one to the new one, but what I wanted to show you and to teach you today is this thing. So when you open the valve, you're gonna see inside. Always pay attention, especially if it's a very old cartridge or valve. You're gonna have corrosion inside. So in this case, I already cleaned the corrosion. Then you're not gonna see it anymore. So I will include pictures of what this looked like. But now is what this is supposed to look like. And when you put your fingers in there, you need to test the surface to see if you have any kind of corrosion or any, anything left on the surface. And that is one thing that I've talked to a lot of plumbers, and they don't understand that they have to do. I guess they were never taught, and normally nobody teaches them in the first place. So this is what the valve looks like on the inside after it's cleaned. And again, always test it with your finger to try to see if you have anything on the surface, because if you do, then the new replacement of the new cartridge, it's just not going to do anything, because you're going to have the same leaky problem as what this was originally called for, because the complaint was that the valve or the cartridge was replaced a few months ago and it's still leaking the same way from the shower head here. And you can use different methods to clean the actual shower valve. I always carry with me different sandpapers, 180, 320, and 400 to kind of go to coarser to much smoother surface and create a much smoother surface so I can actually clean it. If the corrosion is bad, you can use the 180. If it's not bad, you can use the 320 or 400 here. But I also employ these brushes because they do a lot of work, and they do an amazing work and saves you a lot of time when you try to clean these. And I actually use the brush in this case. This is not the metal, it's got some kind of a softer metal on the brush head. They have different steels, and these are, I forgot what they were, but they were a little bit softer so they don't damage the metal. And actually they end up cleaning it very good. And I went after the brush with 400 just to make sure that everything is fine. And again, at this point, this is actually ready to go. So one mistake that's extremely important that actually will solve the problem, if you have these problems, they continue to do these, and this is for all the plumbers out there. If no one has told you, I'm trying to tell you now and teach you that this will be your major issue of why after replacing cartridges your valves are still leaking. And again, it's make sure there's plumber's grease, that's what it's called. I just use normal mechanical grease. I kind of greased it up a little bit, the cartridge, and make sure when you get it in that it goes in correctly. There's supposed to be hot and cold side, I believe, on these. A lot of these, they have the different sections were there when they show you where they are. I don't know if this one has it or not, doesn't seem like, but you just kind of press it in. We have 3 rings, so we have this O-ring, then it's this one down here, as you can see, and we have a 3rd one O-ring here, so they're all greased up and ready to go. This will help you enormously when you have to do this, because it'll make sure that you actually end up with a good seal, and you actually it helps you to get this cartridge inside in a much easier way. As you can see, it went in and it's working very, very nicely. So I'm just kind of testing it, but of course I need to put the trim piece, and then I need to put the cylinder that actually holds this, and this is pretty much it. It's very easy actually to replace. Like I said, we have this piece first, and then we have the outside piece, and those 2 pieces are the last ones, but this would be the first one that actually holds the cartridge in place. And all you have to do is just thread it in to hold it, and you have the teeth, you have the cutouts here to use either one of these, or you can just use one of these adjustable wrenches. I like to use these adjustable wrenches because they give me a better understanding of where I am, and a better way to torque this, because the other wrench is just gonna jump out, and I don't like these at all. Maybe that's because I used to work on cars, and I'm taking my knowledge from there to plumbing. And yes, I did switch careers. So, and this is very easy to install. You get this. Remember this, the cartridge is plastic, so you don't want to over tight it. You just kind of tie it to where it stops. And you can do a little bit more, but again, this is not metal to metal. All you're trying to do is you're just trying to compress the plastic to the metal, so this should be, here we go. It should be okay, and kind of test it. So this is out, is how it works. It's on, then in is when it stops working. I'll just test it again in case. Yeah, I don't want to over tie it, so this should be okay. And then the next piece would be this trim piece that it actually has a direction, and this, like I said, this is a fister. You can see the sign here, fister, and I did see some hot and cold here. They're not really visible anymore, but fister is always on the top. That's where it's supposed to be. If you miss it, it's not a big deal, so I'm not going to go crazy about it, but just try to get it in place. And you tie this. I guess I can, yeah, it's right here. First the sign is here, so it's sitting right on the top. And this can actually be done by hand. You don't need to use any kind of tool, because this just holds the trim piece to the back of the shower tub. There we go. This is okay. It's not moving. Everything is fine. The last thing is we just need to twist down the handle. And like I said, I have a bunch of Allen wrenches. I don't know what size this is, so I just tested a lot of them, and the bolt is right there. So you get it through here, and that's the bolt right there that holds this to the metal part of the valve. And that's how we replace this fister. Again, this video was mainly for the cleaning part and to give you a better understanding of what's happening with that corrosion, that it needs to be taken out of the metals, or otherwise your cartridge is not going to work. So I hope this helps you guys to fix your valves and make sure that you have no leaks after you replace your valves or cartridges. And please like and subscribe, hit those like and subscribe buttons, because your support helps me to run this channel. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one.